This is who we are. Now.
Hey everybody, we're back for some more Ghost, more from the newest album. I know Ryan is probably already creamed his jeans because he's so excited for this. I'm also very excited for the rest of this. The first half of this album was phenomenal. One of the best listens I think we've had in a long time. I really like listening to it like this, and I love the live. And I think we really discovered that in the last listen. Apparently there's much more to come here.
I'm totally looking forward to this one because I can finally have the whole album on my phone with the other tracks that I have on shuffle. So that's going to be great to have that addition. And thank you so much to Ashland who pledged this full album to us. This is part 2. We're on YouTube. I'm 90% sure this will go on YouTube. It seems like all the Ghost stuff does not get blocked. So thank you, Tobias, for that. Yeah, this is part 2. And we're going to have, I should mention Nathan Tobias sent in his track by track for us. He recorded this and sent it to us. So he wants to say he appreciates our support of the band and he hopes to see us on tour if and when he comes to Canada. Okay. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Okay. So here he is talking about the next song.
Cenotaph is a cenotaph is a stone structure posing as a grave, but does not actually doesn't have a body inside. So it's technically an empty grave, which is
I'll be honest, I don't know if I could have said that. I would have said a grave marker.
That's what I would have thought. Yeah.
So is he saying there's no body there, but it's like a memorial piece? Is that the idea?
No. Yeah.
I'm 50 this year, and I don't think I would have answered. Now, he could be wrong. I doubt he is, but I would have said a tombstone almost. I didn't realize.
Well, a cenotaph, you being in the military, you come across that term actually quite
I
a
guess
bit.
that's the unknown soldier.
And remember, the tomb of the unknown soldier is a cenotaph. Yeah.
Oh, no body, but it's a marker. Okay. All right. I just don't know if I ever would. Yeah. I know there's no body there at those cenotaphs throughout the military, but I just didn't. I thought it could be both, maybe at the very least. Let me redeem myself a little bit. Okay.
But it usually serves as some sort of memorial plaque. And I thought that was it served as nice symbolism for the idea of someone dying. It isn't necessarily completely embodied or this buried physical entity inside a grave, but more so a part of our consciousness.
A lot going on there with what he said. I would say he's having a hard time. I'm curious now to see what the lyrics say regarding that. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
At the top of the mountain, right there where it tips and connects with the night sky. Reach it with me. In the grave of the ocean, right there where it dips and connects with the fire. Burning with me, the ashes of memories buried are flowing, blowing in the wind.
Okay.
Through the sensations, on through the storms, like you used to be. Wherever I go, you're always there, right next to me.
smokes.
Yeah, great song, great solo. It just was driving through and not really, I don't know, what genre would you say that is?
It's just definitely, it's rock and roll. It's
Like
80s.
almost metal?
Yeah, it's 87. It's very Scorpions-esque again. I brought up the
Yeah.
Scorpions before, but it's that level of rock. So it's not heavy metal, but it's not Judas Priest level
Nope.
type sound, but it's not ABBA. It's that in between sound that they capture a lot of the time. But it's definitely, it's a whole. Sorry, you asked. I don't want to finish your thoughts though.
Yeah, no, Queen a bit, I think too.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I heard a little bit of that too, and I also heard like Mike and the Mechanics. I heard,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
that's what I love about Tobias. He's probably the only artist where we've said it. A lot of other artists that it's all compliments, because I feel like he's a little bit younger than us, but not by much, 5 to 7 years younger than us, and I feel like he just likes the same music. No, he likes the music that I don't like, but he likes. I think the Venn diagram is still strong enough that he likes a lot of the music that you and I grew up with, listening and enjoying. And it would be very easy to do a car ride with him. I think it would be very easy to listen to his playlist.
yeah.
And but what I like is that he just takes this blender and just all the things that he loves about music that he grew up with, and makes his own songs and compositions, and more importantly, his own lyrics too. The lyrics you could always, at the end of the day, those are his own. And Ashlyn brought this up, and this is interesting. I like this. So remember, his older brother died the day the debut album was released of Ghost.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Tobias' older brother tragically passed away the same day. Yeah, all right. Then she goes on to say that, not saying that's what the song's about, but he has that experience with grief. Yeah, I agree. I'd forgotten that experience, Ashlyn, so thanks for reminding me. And I got a little bit tingly thinking about he wrote that song for his brother, or the idea of loss, the whole idea of just he's out there and flying around and stuff. It just has that very hopeful. Now, it doesn't sound like the song, but it reminded me a little bit of Poison's Ride the Wind. It reminded me as well, the same kind of hopeful, powerful message of Ride the Wind. It's a pop rock song without being corny or cliche, but it has a really positive message. And yeah, the guitar solo made me tingle. I loved it. I loved it. So it's a very hopeful, bright song. And the now that makes sense. Cenotaph. Oh yeah. So that title makes sense with what Ashlyn was saying. I agree, because you could argue, Ashlyn, that if it is about his brother, it makes sense, because you could argue it's not about my brother because the body's not there, but it's about my brother. It's about the loss, about the idea. This is a cenotaph. This is a marker, a remembrance of my brother, but he's not here in the song necessarily, or something to that. If I'm trying to.
I think you're right on there. And in fact, him not really going much further. And I thought that about how he was explaining it.
He didn't really get it. He was like, what are you saying?
This is what a cenotaph is. And that's how it works. There's no
maybe
body
it's too
inside.
close to say. Maybe it's too close to say his brother. This is
yeah. No, that's a good point.
All right.
It does have a very glam rocky, almost as a rock fan, knowing where a lot of hard rock in the 80s was played, and how some bands gained a lot of attraction because they were basically songs that were stripped too. Pour some sugar, stuff like that. That got additional spread. I'm not talking about that spread, but just because it was stripper pole music.
A stripper pole music. I love it. I love it. God, he's so funny. I love how he's caught himself.
Yeah, he looks at not that kind of spread, folks.
No, okay. It's like we were thinking of it now. Oh, I mean, I actually did think of it a little bit, but that's funny. I think he and I would have a good laugh together. Oh man, I love the stripper pole music, which is some fun music. Warrant's Cherry Pie. That's a fun song.
Yeah, and that's in the genre of what he's saying for sure.
Yeah. So I think what if this song is going to have that feel?
And Ilya Mori was definitely, that was a joke when I wrote it. It was like, it almost has a stripper pole.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Because it has that physical, you can throw yourself sideways and swerve around. Yeah. But lyrically, that is when love has started to appear as hate, rather, and the lust for one party to basically consume the other and forcefully take over that and disguise that as love. Whereas it's, I don't know what it is, but it can be extremely unpleasant. I think.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
I'm
got
looking
great
forward to-
explanations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thanks for doing this, Tobias. Just
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Tobias, very kind of you to. Where was he talking to you? You did that interview with him. Where were you when you?
Oh, that was after he bought me supper, and then we went and played on the slide, and then we did the interview. Yeah,
that's very nice. Thanks for never mentioning me in the interview. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
Sorry about that, but you gotta do what you do.
Yeah.
You almost expect Jeff Bumper to come in.
So you want out now, don't you, love? Was I not all you were dreaming of? Love rockets shot right in between your eyes. Love rockets excite me with your demise. Before my love has turned to hate, before my love it is too late. Love rockets shot right in between your eyes. Love rockets excite me with your demise. My missiles are ready to launch at your heart. Give in or the war is on. Love rockets shot right in between your eyes. Wherever you may hide away. I'm gonna hunt you down. Wherever you may hide away. I'm gonna hunt you down.
The stripper pole.
A man of faith is hard to find. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. Love rockets shot right in between your eyes. Love rockets excite me with your demise. My missiles are ready to launch at your heart. Give in or the war is on. Love rockets shot right in between your eyes. Love rockets
Fade out.
right in between your eyes. Love rockets shot right in between your eyes.
They could almost They could. I know. They could almost fade out, but I knew they wouldn't. It's,
Could easily have gotten away with that.
They could have faded out with that one, but okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, he nailed the sound, the aesthetic, but boy, it goes to show you, it's unfortunate that glam metal, or as you call it, this is definitely an 84 to 87 era sound, but it shows you the musicianship. Anyways, what is that word?
The
Musicianship.
I don't know.
How do you say that word? What's a word for it? I thought there was a word called musicianship, but whatever. Those bands, because they looked silly compared to the 2025 aesthetics and the funny clothes and the hair and the makeup, they were excellent at their instruments. They were very good.
You had to be. You had to be.
But it's unfortunate that grunge comes in and goes, no, we got to be broody and moody and because we're serious about our music. So serious that I'll blow my head off for it. Anyway, so the point is, you're allowed to have fun when you're playing music. And that's what I love about Tobias. That's what I love about him. He has fun. You could talk about serious stuff, but when he plays these characters on stage, whatever Papa Pig he plays on stage, he's having fun. It's theatrics. He's having a good time. But the music quality level is high. And it's all pieced together very well. Good production. Very well sung. He did some vocal work on this song that was different. I didn't have it earmarked, but like just sounded different. He was channeling a different vocal range. Yeah.
Yep.
We did it twice. I think maybe it wasn't necessarily the bridge, but it was like in the pre-chorus, whatever. He just went a little bit lower. Yeah. And it sounded anyways. And I love it. There was a band actually. I think we did a couple of their songs, or I might have done them on my channel, called Love and Rockets.
Oh.
They were good. They were very
sounds familiar.
I'm sure he knows who they are. There's no way he doesn't. No, I'm not saying that's who they sound, but I suspect. But I love the term "Love Rockets." It's it fits. It fits that era. My missiles shoot for your heart. Love rockets, and it's just it's
80s rock, and it's so innuendo, and
and that's the thing. He makes a great song without it being a parody of a time and era that music was just a lot of fun to listen to. He just nailed it perfectly.
The one thing that I imagine, because like he said it, this is the stripper pole song. Once it hits the solo, like you can just imagine this girl like flipping her hair around all wet and soaked, and then it slows down in slow-mo, and then you see the water fly, and yeah,
for sure. Love rockets, man. Yeah,
that's gonna be a good one.
It's fun. This album is now, granted, it's only 10 songs, which I think maybe on purpose. I think his goal for this album was to have all killer and no filler.
Yeah. Killer, no filler. Yeah.
Killer, no filler. Because this is every song. Now, there's still 3 songs left, Nathan. Maybe there's going to be the last 3 songs could be boring. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Interesting, focusing what the marks or whom the marks are.
Ghost Marks.
Because Marks of the Evil One is not about it's not about it's not signs of the evil one. Marks in this case means something else. Lyrically, it's a very dumbified interpretation of biblical writing and simplified as something cool. And that is there for a purpose. I don't know what to tell you, but Marks of the Evil One is a song about something that I see. Yeah, you can also hear.
I actually watched it was a independent documentary. Some YouTuber or whatever did a 20-minute documentary on Ghost, and I watched it. I hope that's not cheating, but it was really cool. They started on MySpace, so they released their first songs on MySpace.
Oh, okay.
They were discovered. And then they got the record deal kind of thing. He talked about how they had 10 followers or whatever. And 4 months later, they're on the charts type thing.
Oh, boy.
What else did he say? And their mantra, they had a great, of course, it was created by him, but they had on their MySpace page their mission statement. And that was part of right at the beginning of their, not cult, but their group of ghosts is to convert the whole world to their, they were going to use music to entice and brainwash you into becoming a fan, and that they're going to take over the whole world or something like that. You will become a fan of us type thing. Their mantra was
really?
like the idea that we're taking over the world with our music. And yeah, I just love the tongue in cheek, of course, of the idea of that. Anyways, it's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Ghosts. Oh, what was it called again? Ghost marks of the something. Title's hidden. Sorry, 1 second. Fade out of this one. Oh, we called it. We called the fade out. We called one. That's hilarious. What was the next one?
Got to do at least one. Yeah. Just like off the top of my head here, fantastic song. Like this is that technique of pulling back and stripping it down and then building it or coming back in with a solo. Man, why don't more bands do that? It's so effective.
I don't know.
I could feel the hairs doing the thing, right? It was very very happy feeling. This album, there's not a song yet we haven't felt that. And I love, Ebo. I think it's an Ebo. Somebody will tell me I'm wrong, but it sounded like an Ebo. You know what that is? It's like vibrates the string so that you don't actually play it. You just like, it sounds pretty cool. Yeah, that's an awesome song. And I liked how he set it up. It's like a dumbed down biblical interpretation, but I like it. Because that's the lyrics weren't like the lyrics are so deep.
Oh, sure.
I see the connection. It's almost like don't read too much into it. Just enjoy the song. Yeah.
Sure. Oh no, this is such a fun song, such a good song. I think it's my favorite one on the album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they're all good. They're all great. I don't want to say it's my second, my third, my fourth. I think just for a first time listen, and now what we were familiar with, of course, the first three, because we did reactions to them already. Peacefield, Krima, I can't pronounce that, and then Satanized. This album is just incredible. But in fact, I was thinking with the previous song that we just heard, I didn't say it then, but it fits for now too. The Comet Stands. This could have been a single.
Oh,
I feel like there's no song they could have gone wrong on. It just depends what they want the audience or the public to hear first. I don't think there's any song, and that's my opinion, that I would have been, as a listener of music, on, no.
Yeah.
That's stupid. This song is it's my favorite, not by far, but in that I just love how I guess this whole album, we've said it 100 times. It seems like the theme is a little bit more old school metal, old school British metal, pop rock, all mixed together. And I've also noticed that he's doing, especially on these last few songs, less harmony stuff. Like he does a lot of overlays on his songs, which I like because it's his vocals and the Goulettes and the Ghouls singing with him as well on stage. We heard the live stuff. It sounds really amazing. But I noticed here very little overlay. Like he can sing a lot of these songs without the backing on stage.
Or if it is, it's him backing himself.
Yeah, but you know how like Def Leppard does that. The sample over each other many times, their vocals. But yeah, boy, he's good.
He's very good.
He's good at constructing music that's fun to listen to at the end of the day. I don't know what to tell you, folks. And again, it helps that he is a cool guy.
That's half of why I love that we're doing it this way, because this is context helps so much more for listening to an album. Yeah. Imagine doing this. Just go back to the 80s when we were friends back then.
Oh, we would have loved this album so much if this came out.
And to be able to hear the artist explain it and then
sure.
Like we would have lost our minds. Yeah. So Ashlyn says this one and the next one are favorites. So
interesting. Okay, well, let's see what Tobias told you in the interview here about this one.
Oh yeah. He gets really says a lot here.
Okay, look forward to it.
Robert Plant is like, wow, you. Yeah. So where the album starts with the hopefully installing Peacefield, you're taken through this minefield of human sentiment and love and hate and despair and acceptance and all that stuff. There is this main thing I think that most people can probably agree on, and this is obviously immortalized in a very well known song by another British band in the 60s. But the message is basically all you need is love.
Oh, who said that?
One of the
he told me off camera that it's a very well-known band.
Did he tell you which band he was referred to? He didn't say which band it was? Okay.
He just said it rhymed with needles.
Needles. He rhymed with needles from the 60s. All you need is love. But I love how he did that. Like he can't be serious. Like a band from the 60s.
Oh, that's really cool.
They're well known. I was like, why is he not saying the name? Because it's like, if you guys can't figure this out, that's on it. Yeah.
I think one of the core essential senses of purpose that as humans, as basic as you can get, is the idea of human touch. I felt there needed to be one coital song on the record, because at the end of the day, that's one of the main driving forces that we all have. We can sit around and be all intellectual all day, and just hand out one tray of shots, and everybody will be like, let's think about something else. Because it's the most fundamental urge that we have, except for breathing and eating and drinking. But that it's such a basic thing, and most of us likes that stuff. And I wanted a song that was, as I said, driven by lust, and that also musically painted a picture of lust and the hunt to parties. Again, there we go, two parties that are playfully seeking hide and seek, but then they come together in an explosion of physical delight.
Ooh. Wow.
This one's gonna be good.
This is going to be interesting. So is this going to be a ballad, do you think? What's your
Maybe a
rock
build ballad.
Build up ballad?
Yeah, that's my hunch.
Because he said he wants to have one song, blah, 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 one. So he's done a lot of hard rock. So I wonder if this is the quote unquote slower song on the album. We'll find out.
Yeah. That's pretty good build ballad.
Oh. I love that keyboard.
Man, this should be on Stranger Things. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on! live at that. Yeah, keyboard solo.
The chapel of the Holy One, in the presence of the chosen Son, I see your light shining through. In the temple of the godly sea, in the shadow of the Nazarene, I put my love in you.
I get to go first. This is my favorite song.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say it.
Holy crap! I was not. This is like.
I knew
How
you
can
were
you
gonna
not dance and move listening to that? Holy smokers! I'm tired. It's so good. It's so good.
say it. Mhm.
And that guitar, that keyboard, drum, guitar, organ.
Oh, yeah.
And there's is that all they're gonna give us? And then it goes Tobias, you're killing me, man. This is too much. Hey, this next song we gotta put all the rock and roll into it. You had like Deep Purple-esque sounds in there for sure with the keyboard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But then of course it still goes. But that's what I mean. But again, there's no way he doesn't know there sound like some Deep Purple. What's the name of the keyboards again? Something Lord? No, I forget. Long time. No, for the long time Deep Purple guitarist. I forget his name. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, just that song had everything, and I love the chorus. He knows he's got that cheat code. He has the cheat code. He knows what sounds good. I guess he's just. I've said this before. I think Tobias has done what I've said. This is why I like him, because he composes all this stuff. This is what I like about him, is that he's not afraid to make music sound good and fun, and it doesn't have to be overly complicated. But he doesn't do prog. It just. I'm sure he could. He could.
Sure he could. Yeah.
I said if I was ever in a band, I would want to play the music that I want to listen to. Why not? Why not have fun? Why not have a chorus? Why not have a guitar solo? Why not have drums and beats and then the chorus, the lyrics, overlay of everything is just. Anyways, yeah, I'm gushing. This is the best song on the album.
The choice to have a keyboard solo is actually quite incredible when you think about it. They've been like tons of crushed, like the solos have been so good. Out of nowhere, it's just, you know what? Let's just do a keyboard solo instead of a guitar solo. It makes him far less of a one-trick pony and much more of a, like, why not? Let's just do this sound instead. Let's try this. Let's explore. Here, maybe there's some unearthed Deep Purple songs that just didn't quite go down the pathway far enough. Let's tell that story. Let's use that sound to do this one about sex, right? It's fantastic. That makes it even more artistic in my mind, by borrowing those sounds to retell stories or to tell stories that he wants to tell. That, yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
Fantastic. Awesome. Whew, yeah, Ashton, you're right. Those last two. I hope the last one's good, and I'm more worried. Now I'm worried.
But before we play it, we always say this about closers, is there should be a sense of closure. It doesn't mean that they're the best song. Sometimes they are, not always though. And that's okay if they're not, just that you feel a sense of closure.
Well said, yeah. Oh, I agree. All right, let's hear what Mr. Tobias said to you about the...
Oh, yeah, no, he has some deep insights here.
Did he give a shout out to Welp at the end or anything, or no?
He was really busy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kind of shove a microphone in his face.
But he's happy that we're showing this on our channel, that we are saying this is for us. He's okay with that, right?
Yeah, about that. So he doesn't really know who we are.
Oh, wait, so he doesn't know we're doing this?
No.
Okay.
I didn't do the interview either.
Oh, are we going to hear from the lawyers or?
Points I did believe probably that
Oh, probably Metal Hammer did it up there. That might have been. Sorry.
That's correct.
that Umbra could have been like a last song, and then Excelsus, as it existed, felt like that should probably be the album encore, if you will. If
So he
that's
knows it's closing with this song. This is
the credit.
Yeah,
The credits in the film sort of music.
Oh,
Umbra
interesting.
was more of that's the last action scene. And then
Oh,
Umbra comes as an afterthought, as a commentary, an epilogue, if you will. And the overall messaging in Excelsus, even though it's very death heavy,
ooh,
is simply that if you're listening to this, you are alive, and you should live life as effectively as possible, because death is inevitable, and we can bicker all day about what death is and what it means, but we're not getting any smarter. It's a fun subject. I love talking about it, but I also hate talking about it because it's a great waste of energy, and it does also make us feel bad at times and scared. And since we really don't know what it is anyway, I think it's important to always speak more about life than death, because it's inevitable anyway. And I am also guilty of wasting too much time in my life pondering about death. So as part of my journey is also to try to live a little bit more by what I'm end up preaching, and that is go live your lives, god damn it.
man, he's such a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Again, well-spoken, thoughtful, intelligent, but then silly and fun at the same time, just like his characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so true.
All right, last
Song.
There we go.
It is the end of your penitence. It is the end of your sadness and pain.
It's our soul song now.
It's the return to your innocence. It is the end of a life breathed in vain. Everybody leaves one day. I know it hurts. Everybody goes away. This is the end of the avenue. I am afraid of eternity too.
Oh, that's how it ends.
Yeah, that's how it ends. I'm afraid of eternity. Oh, I love that. This is the end of the avenue. I'm afraid of eternity too. Whew.
It's a heavy song, meaning it's obviously that's a heavy topic.
The subject was yeah.
But it's not hopeless. Here's the thing about that song. You could give that song to someone who's just experienced some loss.
Or they found out they're going to die from their terminal illness or something. Yeah.
And it's not offensive to give that or to suggest it. Often people try to console people with, don't worry, it's going to be a better place or whatever. They've moved on. I don't know if that does that. It just gives you the facts. We're all going there. I'm afraid of eternity too. What does that even look like? I don't know. I have no idea. There's nothing there that's trying to like, you'll be fine. Just move on, or none of that. You got to grieve, and it addresses that too. I wasn't sure if it was going to build up to something a little more heavier, but using the ballad as a way to end, I think, is a stroke of genius.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
End with this. It does add the closure that we were saying. It really does give it a sense that the album's over. Almost like, now go back and listen to the other songs again.
Yeah. It does fit. It fits like a middle song. It feels like it fits the end of side A as much as side B, because you're just going to flip it and play it again anyways.
Yeah. Anyway,
wow. It's a tough subject. It's a heavy subject. Death, obviously. It's a message of hope in the sense of none of us know, man. Like he's like, I'm afraid too. But it's okay. Live life. He says, but live your life. Live now. Don't waste the time you have on this life worrying about that which is inevitable. We're all going to have to pass through that veil. It's just, we all have to. Some of us might get hit by a train. Some of us might live till we're 98. We're all going to get there one day, but live your life right now. And I love how he says, you're listening to the song right now. That's something. I love that. The fact that you're listening to the song, that's something.
Yeah. If you feel like there's nothing, maybe at least start with that thought that you're listening to the song, and then you got lots more.
Great. This is a perfect closer. It's the right sound for closer. It's like you said, the end credits. I can see the end credits of this movie playing. You're sitting in your seat. You're just, we just experienced this. You're like, you're listening. You're not ready to get up just yet. You're just soaking in what you just experienced on the album / movie. Because it is like, it feels like very much a movie, this whole album. And you're like, yeah, okay. But I'm actually at peace. You're at peace. I'm rocking and rolling, having a fun time and stuff. But that's not a peaceful feeling. It's a fun feeling. But here you're like, okay, we're going to be okay.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what a fantastic album. It's no question as to why it's
number one.
It was number one right now, and why it's
word of mouth gets around too.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to more. I know that we've got a few more songs coming down the pipes. Coming soon. I've been sharing this with friends and saying, you got to hear about Ghost. It's a great band, and if you haven't heard yet, then check it out. Yeah. Thanks, Ashlyn. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ashlyn. What a treat. Very easy for us to do. And selfishly, I'm excited. The whole album will be on my phone. Oh, and I want to say with the previous song, and I forgot to say it because I was so gushing about the, what was that one called again? Sorry, the one Umbrella. What was that one?
Umbra. Yeah.
I was like, you better freaking put that on your phone. That better be on your phone.
The whole album is going on right now. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm literally like going,
all right,
Ghost.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. And remember, Nathan, if you have Ghost, you have everything.
Well, we're out of here.